I just want to I want to let people know that local elections is coming up, and these are the most important elections for us. There's school board seats that's up for grabs. There's council board, like city council, like all of those things are coming up, and um, if we um, desire a change, then we know what we need to do. Come May, it feel like May is. Are y'all frozen?
No,
No,
I'm
I'm
listening.
listening.
Y'all both was like still. I'm like, oh shit.
We
But
was listening. You had an announcement. Like, let's be
okay, so
respectful.
come May is the
Election.
it is the election, but it's like the pre-election. What is that called?
The primary?
The primary for the local seats, and then then November will be another vote or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like people need to check out what's going on in their local cities, and I feel like they need to be very very proactive on getting out to cast these local votes, because we did what we did for Trump to get the fuck out. There's some people that's in our local areas that need to get the fuck out as well. So yeah, I wanted to say that, and I need people to get out in their cities and vote for change.
Mm-hmm.
And I know in our city we need change,
We do.
particularly the city council and the school board.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people do not know, or I don't know if they just don't care because it doesn't affect them directly. But until it does affect them directly, it might be too late.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like people should. I'm one of those people who I had empathy for somebody who was going through something at that particular time, but maybe I wasn't proactive in doing something about it that I could have did. Now that I'm in a situation, it's different. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You,
You're the target.
you understand what I'm saying? So now my perspective of the shit is totally different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be vocal. I need to be more vocal. I need to be more proactive in this situation. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know that these city council seats and these school board seats, these people represent us. So if they're out there doing some shit that I'm not in agreement with, then they can't represent me. So I can't vote for them. I can't back them. I want people to have that same energy to get those fuckers out that's not doing what they're supposed to what they're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do. You know what I mean? And, our kids' lives depend on it. Our kids' futures depend on it, especially in the school board.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the school board. They're up there doing um horrible things. I feel like it's horrible that they just dismiss children, that they push them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That what's another word that I'm looking for? That they do all of this bullshit with these kids because they don't want to do the job at hand. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? If you don't want to be a teacher, don't fucking sign up for that shit. Don't go to school for that shit. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, I know that I couldn't be a waitress. I wasn't applying at Applebee's to fucking wait tables.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, don't
Because
get
you
on the
would think
school
that
board with a
you would
hidden agenda.
you would think that somebody on the school board or school administrators or whatever, their first priority is advocating for the children
That's
for
what it's
the kids.
supposed to be.
But
That's what it's supposed to be, but that's not always the case, and you won't know that until a certain situation happens to you. You won't
mhm,
know that. You'll think that everything is peaches and cream until a certain situation where it involves your kid, and then you have this whole eye open situation and you're looking like this shit is going on, this shit been going on, like what the fuck, like you know what I
Mhm.
mean. So that's where I'm at. Um the school board, they don't represent me. The school board that's in place right now, I'm not speaking for all of them. There's one person up there that might represent me. I ain't gonna say Mike, that does represent me, that has my same views. So I'm a vote for him. Everybody else, no, they don't. And I feel like there's a lot of people that feels the same way I do. So we need to do something about that shit. Like
Right.
seriously, we need
And
those people on that shit.
the last school board election, there were a couple of people who I know do have a heart for the kids, and they definitely got my vote. Unfortunately, they weren't voted in, um,
Right,
but I would rather see those people because I know that they're going to advocate for the kids versus.
right, right, right. And the last into the piece, if these people are in place, we need to, even though they don't get paid for these jobs, these are jobs that they're sworn into, and they take an oath to abide by whatever they're sworn into. We
Mhm,
need to hold them motherfuckers accountable at all costs to the
Definitely.
fullest extent. Period. I don't
mhm.
care what it is. If it's the city council, if it's the school board, we need to hold them accountable for that shit. Period. That's where I'm at with it.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's hugely important because we just had um, the that the whole election with Trump or whatever. That matters, but the local shit matters the most.
Mhm.
So that's all
Definitely.
I wanted to say, and yeah,
Thank you so much for saying that because it's super important.
yes.
Definitely. Especially giving people enough time to actually look at different candidates.
Look
It's
at
always
the
that important.
Mhm.
candidate, and if you feel like you're a person that can run, run. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Run. If you feel like you're gonna make a change, get out there and do that. Like you know what I mean? So I just
Yeah,
know I
it's
just know that there's
super.
a lot of people whose intentions aren't in the right place, and they are in these positions. When that type of situation happens, then we got to hold those people accountable. Like we got to keep pressure on them, because
Mhm.
again, you don't get paid for what you do, but you ultimately work for me. I'm the
Mhm.
community. I'm the, you know what I'm saying? I'm the
Mhm.
public. You're representing me, but you don't. So I got a problem with that. I got a
Yeah,
problem.
because even just just thinking about how we just got finished talking about, I believe that was last week, how a lot of a lot of us who come up in certain areas, or a lot of us, period, suffer from PTSD for whatever reasons we suffer from. So then our children have traumas, PTSD that they're suffering from too. So instead of advocating for the children and getting them the help and resources that they need, there sometimes might be uh, a police department and or placed in the school or in the school district, because it'll be easier to just get these kids arrested, get them out of there. We ain't even dealing with them. They a problem.
That's
Why?
what that's what we have in our local school district. That's
Hmm.
what, that's exactly what we have in our local school district.
And people need to understand that this school to prison pipeline that you hear
It's
about
real.
is real. It's
It's
definitely
real. They nonchalant and are not thinking about it until it's their little brown boy, or it's their little brown girl. They're not discriminating against whether it's a female or a male. It doesn't matter. Like you know what I'm saying. There's no advocating. There's people that I know. There's administrators that I know that they know that these children are having home issues, but they don't go that extra step
real. Hmm.
to be like, okay, I know that they having issues. Let me not send them to the office. Maybe let me just have them sit in the corner the cool down. Like there's other things that I feel like you could do versus go to the office. Oh, you're suspended. You know what I'm saying? You're
Mm-hmm.
suspended, or oh, you did this. Oh, you're kicked out of school, or like whatever. Like you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I feel like we got to really look at that. We got to really look at that and see who's out here for our kids, who's out here for us, and who isn't. Like it's so
Mm-hmm.
they make it so blatant. They make it so blatant, and I don't like that. So
Mm-hmm. All right, guys.
yep. So that's all I'm gonna say for right now. I do got some other things to say, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
It's only on that beat.